Hello my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and the time you are seeing this video. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. There's this group of people, who have said something concerning Queen Naomi's return to the palace, and according to what we heard, allegedly, they are church leaders. Church leader. I don't know if they are from Can, Christian Association of Nigeria, or if there's another group. But from what we heard, they said these people are Christian leaders. There have been this deliberation on social media. I don't know if it is real or say that Queen Naomi have accepted that Dr. Elizabeth will stay back in the palace and stay with her in the palace, although the wives are fighting it. Someone like Tobi, we heard that Tobi said that that is never going to happen. That if they should leave the palace, that all of them should leave. If they are not going, if anyone is going to stay, that all of them is going to stay. But I know that is not what the king will listen. She's just making noise. At the end of everything, if the king decides that she is leaving the palace, nothing will stop her from leaving the palace. Otherwise, she will leave the marriage. So, and a lot of people are saying, Queen Naomi, that you did well, that they don't think Dr. Elizabeth is going to give you trouble because she have proven that she is well trained and from a good home, a peaceful home at that. Because anyone who can show peace or portray peace in the midst of gbas is a peace-loving and peacemaker. Yes, irrespective of all that have been going on in the palace, everything that we have been hearing about what the Olories are doing, what they are bringing to the table, we hardly hear that Dr. Elizabeth have done any of that. Rather, she is always seeking for peace. There was a time we heard that the king arrested Mariam. It was Dr. Elizabeth who went and bailed her, even when it is against the king's wish. That is to tell you, and according to her, then she said that that is to show Mariam that she loves everyone. She doesn't hate anyone. That the only thing she wanted around her is peace and love. But is she going to get that in a polygamous section like this one? Anyway, there are some polygamous sections where she can get peace, but here, it takes God's grace for her to enjoy that kind of peace, unless when she is in that palace with Queen Naomi alone, because we do know that Queen Naomi too is a peace-loving human being, and the wife doesn't want that to happen, but it is the will of God that will happen, not that of the wives. I mean the Olories. So from what we heard, though, they said this group of church leaders have called out Queen Naomi, advising her that look, that polygamy is not a sin. Is not a sin. Although you will say that the king promised you earlier that he's never going to be involved in it. But have you checked the part where we say when the king is marrying only you, he have a lot of concubines, that he has a lot of women distracting him then, and that was why it looks as if he's not having your time. But now that he has many wives, if women or concubines keep distracting him, it means that he has to check himself up there, But one thing you should also know is that your husband, I mean the king, have something for women. It is his own shortfalls, because we know that everyone have his or her own shortfalls. So this group of people is advising Queen Naomi to accept her husband back, and if it will be possible for her, that she shouldn't allow her husband to send all the women outside before she will agree to come back, because that is going to create a serious enmity amongst them. And he should also know that the king have married these people. He have married them. There is nothing that will stop that marriage unless the king decide, or any of them decide, that she's no longer interested in the marriage. But as for the mistake, if it is a mistake, that the king have made the mistake already, and she shouldn't allow the king's mistake to destroy her marriage, because her mission in the palace have not finished. That the same God who placed her there and blessed her with a child, a son, have his reason for doing that. And another thing he should have in mind is that God can never give him a load that is bigger than, can never give her a load that is bigger than her. That God will always fight her battle in that palace. God will always make sure that she lacks nothing when it has to do with protection, because a lot of people are afraid that how can she go back to that palace with Prince Tadenikawo, knowing that all these women, they are this, they are that, that they can do this, they can do that. That Queen Naomi should not be afraid of any of those things if she really know the kind of God that she serves. That the best decision for her to do is to go back to her husband, with or without the women in there. You know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. But if you ask me, in as much as the king sending them out of the palace doesn't mean that they are no longer in his life or they are no longer married to him. For security reasons, and not just for security reasons, although they can strike from outside, but that is if God allows that. And I know that God is never going to allow that. So the idea of Queen Naomi staying in the palace with Dr. Elizabeth is still okay. At least that shows that she can accommodate someone around her. You know, even though we heard that while she was in the palace, she used to accommodate everyone. But now it looks as if she's using, if you don't send these people out, I will not come back. That is how some people are seeing it. But I know that on the other side, she is just trying to play safe, because in a person wey no know all these women na go dey talk like this. The best thing for them to do is, and for their own safety and peace too, because you see all the women there, they are not just fighting Queen Naomi, they are also fighting themselves. They are fighting themselves. And that is why we heard some time ago that Ifa priest said that if nothing is done urgently, that one of them is going to buy another in the palace. And you know what that means. So it will be better that they stay separately for their own peace. Yes, so for a peaceful environment, overcrowded environment is not the best, especially for people whom the same mother and the same father did not give birth to. So these people are hefty men and women, you know, people who I don't even know how to grade them. But the best thing to do is for them to live separately. As for Queen Naomi going back to the king, I also support that. She should go back to her husband. She shouldn't allow her husband's mistake to destroy her own marriage and in her own life too. Because one thing is certain here, you see this king, the king is never going to grant her that which she seeks. So in order to, it's not as if she's in a cage, but it will be better. I believe if God really wants to release her from this marriage, God knows the best way to do it. So as a matter of fact, let her listen to God and go according to the direction of God. That is what I think. So guys, I don't know what you think. Do you think that this group of people, they are called the church leaders, they are telling her the truth? Or what do you think? Please, whatever you think about it, share with us on the comment section, okay? Don't forget that they're all alleged information. Okay, always bear that in mind. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Give this video a thumbs up and share it. My God will bless you. Bye for now. Love you guys.